Hello guys, this is Solanki, and in this video we will be completely solving one single problem for all clothing brand owners. Now this is a problem that I faced extensively when I started Imbuzi, our t-shirt brand, and right now I've seen that a lot of clothing brand owners don't know about this. So what is the problem that I'm talking about? It is of not knowing how to send designs to your manufacturer and creating your own design tech packs. When I started Imbuzi, our clothing brand, I had no clue about designing. I didn't know the formats in which you need those designs. I didn't know what type of prints are suitable for specific designs and so on and so forth. In fact, in the starting phase, we had so many errors that I wish I could have solved with this video. Honestly, we were talking to a lot of different manufacturers, and every time we started talking to them, there were a lot of problems, there were a lot of communication gaps, and then I slowly realized it is all because of one thing. The one thing is not knowing what type of design to send to your manufacturer, in what format you need to send it to, and which is the most optimum print that you can get for your own design. So do you create designs specifically for different types of prints? Yes, each design is specifically created for a particular print only. For example, if you're doing DTF printing or DTG printing, which is direct to film or direct to garment, now these type of prints require different type of design, whereas if you're say doing screen printing or other types of prints, these require completely different designs. So what is the difference between the two, and how did I actually navigate the entire situation? And now let's talk about how did I solve it. Okay, so is t-shirt designing just limited to this? Not really. There are a lot of different things. For example, I didn't even know which design tools to use. Yes, you know about the basic tools, which is Adobe Photoshop and Adobe Illustrator, but apart from that, there are a lot of other tools as well that you can use. There are a lot of AI tools too. So in the ebook that I'll be providing at the end of this video, I've provided all of these things along with a lot of different things as well. Now, as I was saying, let's focus on two types of prints which are mainly used in the industry. One is DTF or DTG, and then second one is screen printing. Now DTF DTG type of printing is mainly used by brands which have a costing of say below 1000 rupees. If you see the designs for this type of print, it will be much more colorful. There'll be a lot of gradients. There's a lot of different things. Basically, whatever you see on your screen can be printed. The only problem is that the design that you see on your screen is in RGB format. So you first need to convert your design to CMYK format and then send it to your manufacturer, because that is how it will look on the print. This is something that I didn't know in the start, and whatever I used to get printed was very different from my original design. The colors were really off and I couldn't figure out why this was happening. Although my manufacturer will just print whatever is sent to him. So always make sure to do all of this due diligence before you send your designs. Make sure that it is converted to CMYK, or if they have an RGB supported DTF printer, then that is completely fine. You can directly just do RGB as well. Apart from this, when you do DTF prints, you do not get those puffs, or you do not have to separate the colors or anything. You can just have a PNG format design and you can send it to the manufacturer. That's it. Just make sure that the design that you're sending has 300 dpi or more resolution. DTF prints are very good for businesses which are doing print on demand or which are doing low quantity t-shirts or something like that. In this, unlike screen printing, you do not need to create screens. You can just send it to the manufacturer. They will have a DTF printer, and whatever design you send to them will be printed directly on your garment. DTF and DTG are quite similar, so over here I'm just taking both of those terms together, but in DTG you get direct to garment, so you can directly print your designs on the garment, whereas in DTF you first have a film on which your design is printed, and then you place that film and then that transfers your design on the fabric. Now that I've talked in detail about DTF and DTG prints and how you can create designs specifically for those type of printing techniques, over here let's talk about screen printing. Now the difference in screen printing is that whenever you're sending your design files, you cannot have a lot of gradients, you cannot have a lot of colors in your design. The biggest problem with screen printing is that the more the colors, the more the complexity, the more screens you need for the print. With each extra color, you would have to create a new screen. In order to understand screens, you can just consider it as stencils which are placed on top of your fabrics. Screen printing is specifically used for higher quantity orders. Now this is very cost effective when it comes to larger orders, because once you create the stencils or once you create the screens, you then do not have to remanufacture those screens again and again. You can use the same stencils and that's it. Now, of course, there are a lot of nuances when it comes to the designing process. For example, when you're sending your design tech pack, you can also include size chart and also tell the manufacturer about your fabric as well. Say for example, you want your prints to be done on a 180 GSM fabric, then you need to mention all of those things as well. GSM basically stands for grams per square meter, and it is a way of saying how thick your fabric is. Generally, the t-shirts that you see in the local market are 180 GSM t-shirts, but it goes up to 250, even 300 GSM t-shirts. Imbuzi's t-shirts are all 240 GSM French terry cotton fabric. This type of fabric is considered very premium, and the looks and feel of it is also quite good. It is specifically good for puff printed t-shirts. Now of course I don't want to bore you with all the details, so if you want to know the entire secret behind how we started Imbuzi, what type of prints that we use, how to design specifically for DTF, DTG and specifically for screen printing, then you can go check out the ebook down in the description box as well as in the pinned comment, so go check it out. Over there, I've also included a free open Adobe Illustrator file that you can use. It's a design which is completely copyright free that you can use for all of your t-shirt designing or even taking reference for it. So that's it for this video. I hope you guys liked it, and please do subscribe to the channel, press the like button, press the bell icon as well, and I'll see you in the next video. Let me know what type of content you want to see next. Bye bye.